Before the video starts, timestamps are going to be in the description, in case you're in the middle of a ranked game. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Tab back in, make sure you bought for the round. Okay, let's learn CORRODE. So we finally have the new map CORRODE, and I'm just going to give a quick little burst thoughts on this map from a KO player's perspective. This map seems really good for playing KO. It reminds me a lot of Ascent, with a lot of low walls that you can throw flashes over, and a lot of open space for you to just kind of huck a flash wherever you need. It seems really good, and it seems really fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing KO on this map. So I've already spent my time on this map, and I've spent a good 3 hours or so in this custom, just kind of looking around the map, seeing where I can throw flashes, seeing what makes sense. And I think to start off this guide, I'm going to start over at the A side on attacking side. So to start off over at A site, I'm going to show you guys an early knife that you can throw over for A main. You kind of just throw the knife anywhere really on this kind of wall that's sticking out right here. It's kind of hard to miss. You just kind of throw it. And it's going to give you early info for any defenders trying to contest A main, trying to contest this orb. Defenders are going to have to also look up and turn around to shoot this knife. So that'd be quite nice as well too. Make it a little harder to hit. Another knife you can do over at A for some early info. You can stand in this corner right here. You can put your ult icon about the corner of it in the middle of this box right here. You just put the corner of it right there. Give it a little throw. That's going to hit A site, and it's going to give you info on if there's any players playing on A site. So maybe if you hit 4 people, you say, oh, A's the heavy site, let's go to B instead. Another knife that I found for A site, once you get this A main space right here, you can get in this corner next to the box. You can put your mouse icon right on this box right here, the really big and wide one right here. You just put your mouse icon in the corner of it. Give it a little throw. This is going to give you that same knife that takes a lot of land, so you can start working this A main space. And once your team gets to about this choke point, the knife is going to hit, so it's going to make executing a lot easier. So once your team gets closer through this choke point, you have the option of going left to get into the site or right going into the site. I'm going to show you stuff for the right side first, because I thought it was a little bit more interesting. If you notice, in elbow here, there's this box that defenders can hide behind, maybe with a judge or something to try and kill your whole team, which is going to be a big no-no. So to get rid of this, you can stand right here, make a tiny little gap, I'm going to call it, between these two things so you can see through. And you can just running throw with your molly. You get it full speed, it will hit the corner, it will kick him out, and there'll be a standing duck for your team, and they can just shoot him down. So going deeper into A elbow here, we have 2 real options for throwing a flash. Your first option is going to be just throwing it against this wall right here, so it'll bounce off and be through the wall for your team. And the second option that I found is that up here, there's this hole in the top. And through that hole, there's a bit of a surface that you can throw a flash against, which will bounce up top and be a perfect pop flash for anyone playing the site. Another nice thing that you can do, everyone's noticed this big hole in the center of A site. We can get a flash really deep through there. I like to just kind of running throw. That'll pop over your team, so you don't gotta worry about the flash. And it should hit anyone playing the corner, playing on this corner over here, playing on the left side, trying to look over this way. And it'll be great for getting your team into A site. Another thing you can do with your knife is you can see through the hole in the site. We can see this left side right here is a lot closer up. We can get our knife through the hole, and that's going to hit the entire site, even back site too. So that'll tell you exactly how many people are going to be playing the site, and if your team is making the right choice on which site to hit. Now we're going to move over to B site, which, in my opinion, this site is KO's playground. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun trying out this stuff. So start out attacking from B. We have an early flash that you can throw for early aggression against the guy playing in main. Right about here, trying to hold this angle against us. What I like to do, I like to get in this corner, this little tree right here. I like to aim at about the level of this chimney right here, but make sure it's to the left enough so that it doesn't hit this big dish right here. Flashbang. Flash. And this flash is going to be a perfect pop flash for anyone trying to hold this angle. It's also going to hit the guy playing here, trying to look this angle and speak. It'll get it right off the angle. Your team can walk up and secure the space. The same idea goes for this early knife. You can throw it against this big part of the ledge that's kind of sticking out right here. There's a box you can stand on too for that little bit of extra height. You can just do a little jump throw. It's not very specific. It's going to hit anyone playing this close angle, so it'll tell you exactly how many people are close. And same thing once again, it's above and behind the person holding the angle, so it's going to be really annoying for them to try and hit this. So once your team has claimed this space, you're going to have all of this and all of this. You're going to have the orb, you're going to have the main, and most importantly, you're going to have this corner, which is where a lot of our lineups are going to go from. So from this corner right here, we're going to start with a god knife for B site. You're going to look up in the air. You're going to put your flash icon on this big purple spot on top of this tower. So it doesn't have to be super specific. I'll just put my flash icon there. This knife's going to take a second to land, which is going to give you time to use the rest of your kit to get in the site. It's going to hit anyone playing in heaven, anyone playing in the site, and anyone playing in this back hall over here. This knife is also unbreakable for anyone playing on the site because of this big wall that covers it up, which is super duper awesome. While your knife is in the air, I like to pair it up with this molly. You can put your ultimate icon on the corner of this little brick that's kind of sticking out right there. This molly is going to take in a second as well too, which is going to give you time for your flash to go as well. And this molly is going to hit anyone playing inside of the shed. Finally, to pair off this combo, we're just going to sit in the corner, and you can really just huck a flash anywhere over this wall. Flashbang! Hitting anyone in the site. If you time it right with your molly, the person playing in the shed is going to have to peek out or else they'll die from the molly, and they should be hit with your flash. Some other common and easy knives that you can do for B site is just throwing it against this wall right here. It's going to hit anyone playing in the close elbow area. You can throw it on this back house over here. Hit anyone playing in the heaven tower as well as in the elbow area. Or you can throw it against this box right here in front to hit anyone playing in the close site. If your team gets smoked off at the choke point and you're worried about a guy that might be playing close corners, you can also just throw a flash against this close wall right here. That should pop flash through the smoke. Flash! Flash! Another possible molly that you can do is to get anyone that's trapped behind this box right here in the back. You can stand in the corner once again. You can put your molly icon on this big pot that's over here. The bottom green bar, you can put it right there. Just give it a toss. It'll kick anyone out playing in that corner, and you'll be able to throw your flash and hit them blindly open. As far as playing on the site with KO, a nice flash that I found is that if the bomb is planted inside and you're playing Ring Around the Rosie with this guy on the box right here, this distance is a perfect pop flash that'll pop for either side. For post plant, most enemies are going to be coming through the arch and CT area. The knife against this house right here is going to hit everything that they're going through, which will completely shut down the retake for a few seconds. As far as mid's concerned, there's not too much really to go through. There's this knife that you can throw for deep mid, which can hit anyone playing on that close angle. You're also able to get behind this box right here if you just slow walk up. You could jump throw a knife over to get anyone a little bit deeper in this angle. There's also a knife lineup that you can do if you stand in this corner. The little box from the mouse icon, you can put it right in this corner, right on the ping. You just kind of tuck it right in there and give it a throw. This is going to hit anyone playing on this deep angle in window. So if anyone's holding an op from that angle, it'll hit them, and you'll know that that angle is being held. So now going on to defense over at A site, we have a couple of different options on how to play KO here. The first thing that I'm going to start off with are the trap play flashes, which I'm sure a lot of people clicked on for. To get a perfect pop flash that pops directly in the center of this window for your team to peek off of from the elbow side or from the main side, just push your back against the wall right here. Just push your back against it. And you want to put your crosshair about on this line that the ceiling meets the wall. Anywhere really, it doesn't have to be specific. You just give it a throw. It's going to be a perfect pop flash for anyone playing on either side. If your teammate's feeling a bit more aggro and they want to fight main deeper, you can stand in the corner where the staircase meets the floor. You can put your crosshair on this little pillar that's sticking up, not the one on the pipe, but the one after. On the top of it, you can just give it a running throw. Flash! It's gonna pop deep in main right here and hit anyone walking through main. You can tell your duelists to tuck this corner and peek after pop. They can peek and they will be full blinded. As far as self flashes go, for A sites, it's kind of the same idea as when we're attacking. So we have these holes on top of both of the entrances, and we can throw our flash through these holes. to pop flash through. The one for main is a lot easier and a lot more consistent than the one for elbow. To do it, we're just gonna throw our flash against this box right here. Just throw a flat across. Flash. And we can peek. Anyone close will be blind. As far as elbow goes, I couldn't get this flash super consistent because of this bucket right here. Flashbang. Sometimes we can get it so the flash will go down and it'll pop right here for the enemies. I can't recommend this flash because of the inconsistency, so for fighting elbow, I'd rather just pop flash with the right click. For knife lineups for A site, we have a couple of different options that we can do. For starters, we can have an aggro knife that goes very deep. We can stand right here against this ledge. Kind of just put your crosshair in the middle of this big old clump of stuff right here. I like to put it about there, right in the center. Just give it a throw. It'll go nice and deep and land on this wall right here. It'll hit anyone playing close starting the round. However, because the knife kind of just lands here in the center, it's pretty easy for defenders to just shoot it down. So a safer knife could be to throw it onto this wall right here, which is really as simple as just throwing it on that wall after a few seconds of the round starting. It's important to give this flash a few seconds because the spawn barrier cuts off on this line right here. So if enemies are going to be taking the space, they need time to walk up because the knife is going to call it off about there as well. The last knife that I have for you guys is a cross map knife from A to B site. So we can kind of just tuck ourselves anywhere along this wall really. We're going to look at this bottom screw right here and this corner right next to the bottom screw. That's where we'll be looking at. We want to put the little dot from our knife icon. We want to put it just on that corner. Knife deployed. We'll give it a throw. And it's going to go all the way over to B site on top of the wall. So it's going to be an unbreakable knife for anyone rushing up to B site. On our way to mid over here, we have a flash that I found, which could be really helpful, but really situational as well too. You need to make sure that you have this mid space under control, because getting this flash could be a little bit tricky if you don't run up enough. What you want to do, you really want to just huck a flash really as far and as high as you can this way. You want to prioritize the height, because this flash is going to be for anyone walking onto B site. It's going to pop about here-ish, and any attackers looking into the site are going to get hit by this flash to give your defenders a bit of a chance. Flash. It's going to pop around there for a defender's point of view. Next, we're going to make our way over once again to B site, and we have plenty of options once again as to how to play KO for this site. As for our flash trap plays, we can have our duelists take this main space quickly and be ready to peek off a flash that's going to pop above their head right here. To throw the flash, we're going to stand in the corner back site right here. We're going to notice that these boxes right here, there's a bit of a split in them. On the left side of the split, right about here, we're going to put our middle icon right in the corner there. We're just going to give it a throw. This flash is going to be perfect for anyone pushing up A, and it won't blind your duelist. If you want to give your duelist a little bit more of a passive flash, you can stand in this corner right here, just kind of tuck your face against it, doesn't have to be super specific. We want to take this right here, this bit of the roof, we're going to go out until we're at about this part of the roof right here. So we're going to go out, about there-ish right here. We're going to give it a throw. Flash. This will be perfect for our duelist playing this close angle. It'll clash anyone playing this close range right here. For a B to A knife, we're just going to go in this corner right here. We're going to put our molly icon on this block that's sticking up right here. We're going to give it a throw, and it's going to land on the bridge over here. It's going to hit anyone walking through this choke point. And the last lineup I have for you guys for B site is for anyone walking through mid and your people playing mid need help. You can just kind of huck a flash as far as you can over this wall. And when you throw this flash, it's going to pop here in the air, which should hit anyone walking through mid to give your guys a little bit of help. And it'll hit anyone playing on this bottom side right here, looking toward this top. If you're playing this A link side, you can get to this corner over here. You can jump flash and throw it for you guys playing top mid, for anyone walking through mid. From this position, you can also just throw a knife on this roof right here. Doesn't really matter where. You kind of just throw the knife and let anyone playing in this close bottom mid. If we're playing top mid, if you want an easy knife that you can throw, you can stay in this corner right here. You can put your crosshair at the top of this window right here. You just give it a throw. It's going to be that same knife that's going to land on top of this roof. It's going to be unbreakable for the people playing in the bottom middle. The best self-flash that I could find for mid is if you stand right here, you can kind of just throw a flash anywhere really through this hole, almost straight up, and just peek off your flash. Thanks a bunch for watching the video, guys. I'm really appreciative if you stuck through to the end of the video. And of course, as always, if you liked the video, consider giving a like. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing. By far, this is not going to be the extent of what I learned for this map for KO, so stay tuned in future videos for any upcoming KO tech from me. Alright, I'll see you guys.